So,
computer.
okay. So, my project is about the shark. This is the life cycle of the shark. You guys can pass that around. The first stage is an adult shark lays the eggs, and then um, and well, the shark doesn't lay the eggs; it has the eggs in it, and then the eggs turn into a oviparity. It's a very long word that starts with an O that I don't really know how to say. Which, as you can see in the picture, it looks like a big sack. And then turns into a newborn shark, and then into a bigger youth shark, and then into an adult shark, and then the cycle starts all over. Thank you. Sharks primarily eat smaller fish, basically any small fish they can catch. They find them by swimming around the ocean, and if they see one or even a group, they chase it. And some sharks hunt in groups to help catch schools of fish. They use gills to get oxygen since they are a fish. And so fish have gills. They live in the ocean, obviously. And then the main enemy of sharks that cause the most deaths are parasites. There's not many predators that go after sharks, and so parasites can make them get infected, and that's been the biggest cause of shark deaths. Recently, well, as always, they and then this is a diagram of the shark and different parts. Adult shark. So there's many different parts. The main body is separated into three parts, three segments, with and then it has two dorsal fins, not just one, and yeah, and all of the parts are important for its survival. And then their genus is Carcharodon, and their species is Carcharias. Three interesting facts about sharks. Sharks are not lazy swimmers, as they were previously thought to be, and they can seem that way, but they power themselves through the ocean with their tails, not with their fins. The fins are used for balance and turning. The whale shark's mouth stretches up to 15 feet wide. And blue sharks eat until they regurgitate, then keep on eating. So they just basically eat. Okay, questions?
I have kind of a question. Isn't a tiger shark had the most attacks on humans?
Yes.
How many teeth does it have?
Sorry.
The teeth, there's not really a good way of counting, because teeth are always growing, and they have rows and rows and rows of teeth, and they're serrated like a edge of a knife, like a steak knife, to help cut the fish, because they don't really chew; they just swallow it fully. And they're also pointed inward, so that since they're in the water and they have their mouth open, oftentimes the otter can pull the fish back out. So by having the teeth facing inward, it can catch the fish.
Do baby sharks go to the nurseries? Because I know there's like a couple nurseries for like baby sharks.
Yeah, there's typically warmer spots near shores, and not where lots of people are, and that's basically, and there's not a lot of predators either, and can be a safe haven until the sharks get older.
Like, what's their genus and species?
The genus and species is, I don't have it memorized because it's Carcharodon is their genus, and their species is Carcharias. So pretty similar.
How long is their lifespan?
It really depends on the sharks. There are sharks that live for a few years, or sharks that can live from 20 to 50 years. There have been some sharks that have lived for hundreds of years.
When you were talking about how they just use their fin or whatever it's called, their tail for swimming, it's kind of like a plane, how they have like that for balancing their tails most of the job. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What's your kind of favorite kind of shark?
Oh, I'm not sure. There's a lot of cool sharks. Great white shark were cool, and that's probably the most common shark that most people know and think of when you say shark.
Are sharks only found in oceans?
There's a few types of freshwater sharks, but not very many, and it's not very likely that you'll find them. So there's like 2 or 3 types of sharks that are freshwater.
How big can the shark grow up to be?
Once again, it depends on the shark. I've seen a guitar shark, for instance, in person that was probably 8 or 9 feet long. There's also smaller sharks that when they're fully grown, they're only about this long. It depends on the shark and where they live.
How many eggs can the shark lay?
Oh my god.
Once again, it depends on the shark. They can sometimes lay 1 egg, or they can lay hundreds.
Are they pregnant with the eggs? Do like the sharks form in their stomach, or do they like have them out?
They have their in a sac in their stomach where the eggs are, and then they go and they're almost fully formed, and then they go to this pouch that hangs off the mother's stomach, and then they hatch and break out of there.
So they're always with the mother until
Yeah, and so they mate, and then the male leaves.
Wait,
Sharks can swim many miles to get to a nursery.
Any other questions? Micah, good job.